ravioli. Really emphasizing the American part of Italian American. I guess you can kind of put whatever in a ravioli. Beef short rib, pulled pork. To me, what is the difference? I don't know. One is beef, one is pork. This one does not mention any sauces, but the picture sure does look sauced up. Pulled pork, on the other hand, they say, hey, barbecue. Look at all that flour. Pulled pork goes well with butter, corn, and chopped cilantro. I don't see ravioli on that list. I think they mean spice up your ravioli like that. Me, right now, plain. I guess if you had barbecue sauce, you could just throw that on top. Might be a bit odd, but I don't care. Now what Rana does really well is just making it unhealthy. Like Giovanni, he does not care if you have a heart attack. He cares if you have a good time. Make him the pope. Mind you, it's natural, so you get that. More ideas. Pea protein, toasted sauce. Still, vegetable fibers. You know, the more I look, the weirder it gets. Barbecue sauce in demi. Does that mean demi-glaze? Demi-glace? It does. Look at that. Fancy. You know, I guess you go for flavor. There's going to be some weird things in there. Either way, I'm sure it's going to be great. I am Giovanni Rana, born in Rana, Italy, and I have been passionate about making pasta for over 60 years. I'm going Dutch for some reason. Buon appetito! Also, you couldn't see, but I was going like this the whole time. Stay up there, darkness. Hopefully my water is about boiled. And I'm going to be ballsy and put them in the same pot. For a reference, the pulled pork, the edges are not as clean. The short rib, they look pretty clean. I don't recommend trying to put 2 bags into one pot unless it is a really big pot. And I know the bags had 4, but I wanted 5 because it kind of had to come back to a boil. And there are different shapes entirely, but I can't remember which is which. A bit weird also opening a bag of ravioli and smelling barbecue. I think these have the sauce, so they're the pork. Just kind of smell like barbecue. They smell more like beef. And I think I like the smell of these more. It's like beef stroganoff. Might as well be fun. A lot of filling around the nose, not to cheap out. Pasta feels good. And I did put a little bit of olive oil on top just so they wouldn't stick. Huh, there's your barbecue beef. It really is just a contained beef pasta. You don't want your beef flying away. The ravioli itself, very nice. Tastes like freshly made pasta. The beef, I guess, not too bad. It's like a nicer sandwich you get at the barbecue place. Not just your sloppy Joe mix at home. I don't know why there are different shapes. They say sauce, it's kind of the same as the other. It's there, but it has become part of the meat. Same deal with the ravioli. Good thickness. They tell you to cook it the right amount of time. My extra minute didn't hurt it. I think this really comes down to what meat do you want. Are you a pig guy? Do you happen to be a beef boy? You know, some things work better for different situations. I think I would prefer the pork on its own. You get a nice Italian place and then the barbecue pit next door. Quite a collab. The beef, on the other hand, I feel like it's complementing the pasta. Or the other way around. Like I said earlier, like beef stroganoff, any other beef dish. I'm giving beef the win. It's also the correct shape. These look more like little pierogies. You know, I thought the man was a little crazy for putting barbecue and ravioli. If you really like barbecue and you really like ravioli, perfect pairing. I'd say this one is more barbecue, but they say there's barbecue sauce in there, and I can taste there's barbecue sauce in there. Like a slab of ribs with wet sauce all over the top. This is beef. It doesn't taste super barbecue-y. I know there's different qualities, different cuts, different grades. To me, it's more just beef. Anyways, I'll give them a 7. You know?